All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports.
We play to win. Let's go!
Got it. Two.
Let's go, D.
X3. Do it. Let's go.
On first down, it's Young. Space to maneuver at the 40. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
On first and 10, Lynn dancing to his left. And this one's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, Lynn. And he fires one incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Young. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Lynn. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Lynn. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
60 outlaw. Hey, Charlie, on the book.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line. Get in the right room.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Lynn. Buying time to his... And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. There to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Let's go, defense. Get off the field, defense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Saquon Barkley running right, and he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's brought in by Bolden. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Elliott. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
All day, dog.
Now it's Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it. That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down, and it's 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Go. Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive tumble.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
Plant. Greystone travel. Hey! High 7. 5.
To throw on 3rd down. Lynn. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Let's go.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
They can't handle that.
Hey! Wahoo!
52, right 52. Hey, let's go.
To throw again. Lynn. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Lynn. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
He's got Mason complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. first down is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Saquon Barkley. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Mahomes now to throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. On the run, it's Barkley. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken around the 12. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Lynn. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now here's Mahomes. He'll get still a few in. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
They keep it with Barkley on first down. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 39, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll run on first down. Young. And an alley to run. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Right there. 87 yards. And the Bills have retaken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Yellow. Here we go. 57.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Looking to throw. Lynn, flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Yo, faster.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. One quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Lynn. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Young. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play here for Buffalo. 44 yards. So 1st and goal. 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Harris. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. But now it's 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. In this case, they were able to retain possession.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 41 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Mason. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 20-yard line.
Got it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 1st down. Lynn. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Pilot, 64, read.
Watch the twin. Watch the twin.
Hey, 2.
From the gun on 3rd down. Lynn. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognized that he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Extra point attempt to follow here. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go, fellas.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the double.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.